welcome to October Stamp Club Stampin'. This month we are remembering to use our embossing folders. The first card we will make uses the senior year stamp set, and we will make this fun gal right here. Is it hot in here, or is it just the candles on your cake? We'll also make a bonus card so that we can practice coloring with our alcohol markers. Happy birthday, you old goat. All right, it's going to be a lot of fun. Join me. Okay, we will make these two cute cards with the senior year stamp set. And if you look very carefully, I have embossed, there we go, I have embossed the paper here, okay? And so we'll talk about that in a minute. First, let me go ahead and get our people colored in, and then we will go from there. So I will sit down and, had to make sure the camera was running. Okay, with alcohol markers, you do generally want to color more than one image at a time, because you do need to give the alcohol time to dry back a little bit. Let's go ahead and start with their skin tone. In this case, I think I'll use Petal Pink, but remember, you can use Petal Pink, you can use Ivory, and you can use Bronze. These are all great skin colors to use. I'll just do these quickly with the Petal Pink. I do have another video where I've also colored this image in. If you want a little closer look at that, a little more detailed, feel free to find that video. If you want to, you can see she has just a little more shadow definition around her. If you like that look, just take your, for example, here I'm using the ivory. A lot of people do this with the light blue. I've got enough blue going on here, so I don't want to add any more. But you just take your light color, very light colored marker. Some people do it with gray. Ivory's probably a tad dark, but all I would do to add some shadow to her is just barely touching, just go around the outside and try to keep the marker so that it's in contact with your ink line, because you don't want a gap between the ink line and the marker, or it will be a funny shadow. And just barely. Okay. Okay. And that gives her just that little extra shadow. Okay, so our images are ready to go. So how fabulous is that? So we can put these markers out of the way. Okay. And so we need a couple of card bases here. So I've just taken my 8.5 by 11 cardstock, okay, cut it in half, scored it down the middle, cut this out with the largest die in this die set, which at the moment I can't remember the name of. Stitched labels, anyway, we'll figure it out. Anyway, cut this out with the largest die. Run this through the run the whole card through the embossing folder. And then what we want to do is we just need to attach her inside here. So she will go landscape. I'm sorry, she will go portraits, and our little couple here will go landscape. So let me put those into let me glue these in. So I'm just going to glue just right here on the front. You need to have a pretty good idea of where they fit inside the window so that you don't have glue outside the window, which I probably am right here. Oh, I love them. He needs a little golf club or something. She needs some balloons in her hand. So cute. Okay, let's put our, let's put some sentiments on here. Let's do Our Lady. Okay, for her, okay, I'm going to use 2 punches here. So all we're doing here, I'm going to use navy. And this sentiment is from, oh, look at that, that's perfect. So then we're just going to punch this out. It's such a cute happy birthday too. And then I need a piece of navy to punch that out. Okay, and then I will just glue those together. Put those out of the way. Close this before I ink myself. Okay. This down here like this. Okay. And we need a piece of our piece of Seaside Spray. So this sentiment just comes from senior years, and it says, is it hot in here, or is it just the candles on your cake? I want to kind of position this so I have a pretty good idea of where I'm going to put this, so I know where to tape these down. I think I did these so that I had a little blue and a little blue, so like an X. Just a very gentle X there. And you need to have a good idea where to place that. Okay, and then I just tape this down so that those don't move. And then you can put a little bit of glue back here. And we need some dimensionals. I feel like this is not on here straight, but it's going to have to stay now. That is not coming up. Okay. right, I like it. I like it. I need an inside panel. Oh, let me trim these. I think I'm going to have to do the blue just a smidge shorter because, there we go. It was too long. Okay. And then we need an inside writing piece. This is just 4 by 5 1/4. We'll just put a little smidge of snail. We don't want to put too much. It needs to be removable to put your note. That way, in case you mess up on the note, you can take it out and put another one in. Okay. Happy birthday, you old goat. So I could not resist. You can totally just use this happy birthday stamp, but if you want to, you can also use that happy birthday, you old goat. I think it's so cute. So funny. So again, we'll just use navy. It's the exact same deal. We will just stamp this. Okay, it stamps perfectly. Cut this out. Again, use the punches that you have. Just find 2 that are close in size. The 1.5 inch and the 2 inch punch are perfectly fine. And then the navy. Okay. Put this together. I've got some little gold bling blings hanging around, sticking to everything. No surprise there. Okay. Put this here. Happy birthday, you old goat. That's so funny. Okay, and so for this one, look at that one. I used my paper on that one is kind of scratchy. I'm surprised I used that, to be honest. I feel like I need to cover that up a little bit. But we're not going to put a sentiment on this one, but let's just add a little bit of interest here with a couple of strips of Seaside spray. And again, we will just do this exactly the same. I'm getting ink everywhere because it's Monday, and those are Monday things. Okay, go ahead and I'm gonna trim this because I'm sure it's going to stick out. I think that's good. Put some dimensionals. I know the dimensional people are thinking, oh my goodness, that's too many dimensionals. I'm not of the mind that there are ever too many dimensionals. And I don't want my cards falling apart over dimensionals. So I use dimensionals. Okay, and then we just put this here, I think. Yep. And then we'll just trim this again. There we go. How easy is that? Let me get my inside piece. Inside piece for writing. Feels like everything needs to be glued down a little bit more is what it feels like to me, but I can go in and do that, not a big deal. I didn't settle on any bling for these cards. I felt like it was just too much, to be honest. I didn't even know where to put it. You could always add a little ribbon, some linen thread, some white crochet thread. You could put a few bling blings if you have some, just add them around. And anyway, there's our old people. They are the cutest old people. All right, I hope you give the coloring a try. It's fun. And remember, if you don't have the alcohol marker, you can do the same thing with the watercolor pencils. But it is fun to try those alcohol markers just in a safe place. And this stamp set is a very safe place to use the alcohol markers, to give them a try. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.